Let's go. Life is good. We are blessed. What is going on, crypto people? What's going on, Corey Anderson? The market is doing what the market does. We're blessed. Ripple Exec gets a new gig. Wow, it's pretty powerful. I got some video testimonial from a United States investor. United States innovator, I should say. Trying to do the right thing, going into the SEC and getting land-based, getting brutal treatment. I'm gonna share that with you guys. Unfreaking believable. Mafia style. Unbelievable. Corey Anderson having coffee, then off to milk the cows. I hear that, my friend. Where are you? Where are you in this part of the country, Corey? San Antonio's in the building. 2022 around the corner. Happy holidays to you, brother. How are things going with the new gig? Oh, you're in New Zealand. That's right. That's right. Hey, what is going on, crypto people? This is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life and the crazy life that is a digital asset space. Good morning. Happy Saturday to each and every one of you. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Hope you guys remember the example of Wonderland Time Money that I showed with you guys last night. Interesting stuff. We did some calculations on that. Interesting thing, yeah, with $1,000, what happens? And a very interesting thing with $10,000, what can happen in a very, very, in 30 days or so. It's interesting to say the least. It is very, very interesting. Keyless is in the building. Good to see you, man. It's very, very good to see you. What do you guys think about this market? You think it's going to go sideways for another 30 days? Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I was really, really seriously contemplating taking some crypto that hasn't moved yet and putting it on Wonderland. When I did the math, it kind of makes sense. But I think what I may end up ultimately doing is just leveraging assets, right? Borrowing against the asset and doing it that way. I think I may just end up doing that as opposed to, let's say you take an example of something that hasn't moved. I'm going to use XRP as an example, but of course I would never do that on my XRP. And so you take XRP and you do that, and you take $10,000 in value via XRP, hoping to get that 30-day return, and with 20 days into it, XRP, 5Xs, right? The challenge is you don't know when the 5X is going to happen. That's the risk that you take to do that, right? So 5X is more than, doubling your money in 30 days, right? So you got to really, really look at the timing. So I think why risk it? If you got assets to leverage, why not leverage it? Why not leverage something at 4, 6, 8%, right? At 4, 6, 8%, and with a return of 100% in 30 days, right? Kind of makes sense. So got to look into it, got to really kind of do the math and make sure that is what we want to do. So yeah, just some food, just kind of sharing with you kind of where we are in the crypto season home, something that we're considering. What are your thoughts on that? I think better to leverage the assets you have. and borrow against it as opposed to liquidating and risking. You know what I mean? Even though it's like, this thinking is, well, we got so much of one thing, we could take a little of it and risk it, right? As opposed to leveraging something that you have and borrowing against it, right? What say you, fam? What say you? Love to hear your thoughts on that. BC and the Matrix is in the building. Good to see you, my friend. Hopefully, I put this latency on low, so hopefully there's not much of a delay between me asking a question, and you guys responding, hopefully. Corey says, I'm backing up the truck on Monday and buying more XRP and CRO. I hear you, my friend. I hear that. What time is it in New Zealand right now? I hear that. So, why do I got two of these up? Let's do this. Hold on a second. Get rid of that. Let's go here. Yeah, there you go. There we go. So listen, guys, the market again is doing what the market does. We'll go over that. We'll refresh. We'll refresh and kind of see where we are. With that, yeah, I'm glad I was going to make a late night decision last night. Like literally like 1 a.m. Eastern time. So 12 Central, 12:30. And I decided, no, I'm not going to do that. Decided I'm not going to do that. Or it might be why, if you don't have the dry powder, why even do it at all? That might be something as well. So there it is, guys. That's kind of my thoughts. I'm going to go over the market. I got the coin market cap, not coin market cap. I got CoinGecko up and refresh. So we're going to get into the market for sure. Let me make sure some new people then check in. 4:30 in the morning. Oh, I hear that. I hear that. What's going on, BC in the Matrix? Oh, Corey Anderson. Yeah, man. That's what it is. That's the farmer's life right there. 4:30 in the morning to get some coffee and go milk the cows. I hear you, bro. I hear you, my friend. We appreciate you. Corey says he's staking Kava. Yeah, it's Kava, huh? I hear you. Kava Labs, man. I know they're going to do some. I expect them to do some good things in this space, right? It's a fight, right? It's a fight for market share. It's a fight for viability. It's a fight to survive, right? For all of these startups. That's what it is, It really is a start. It really is a fight to stay in this game. Yeah, that's what I did too, Keyless. What's going on, Crypto Royce? Keela says, Siege, the way I got into Ohm and Time is by taking substantial profits from other assets and still having those assets. Yep. So obsessive about holding LOL. Listening to you made me realize how silly that was, really. Yep. There you go. Why not take profits and explore these innovative projects, right? There you go, Keyless. I love it. What's going on, Josh? Good morning to you, bro. 2022 is the year. Yeah, I hear you, BC Matrix. I hear you, my friend. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I think I'd rather take a risk borrowing against as opposed to yeah, that doesn't even make sense. Liquidating some just because of an asset, just because you have a ton of it, kind of doesn't make sense, I don't think. And it's always that back of your brain, well, borrow, you got to pay back. But ultimately, if you're borrowing at, again, 4, 6, 8%, and you're making 100%, you see what I'm saying? That's worth the risk, in my opinion. So we'll see. We'll see. Crypto Royce, what is going on? Where are you checking it from, Crypto Royce? I appreciate you being here this morning. Look, we're going to go over the news. Craig DeWitt's new gig is interesting, to say the least. Vice chair at the at the Faster Payments Council. Excuse me, Faster Payments Council. And I think there was some kind of talk about CBDCs in his Twitter thing as well. We'll get into that. But let's get over this market. Let's go into this market, because I got to tell you, I heard that, Corey. That's what I used to do. I used to just, think about XLM, think about it, just get more XRP. Or if I did buy some, I would swap. I would trade in XRP also. I used to do that big time. But we did go big time into XLM, but we did, again, like Keela said, we took, substantial profit from other things and finally got a position on XLM. All right, so let's go to this market again. 2.33 trillion. Let me refresh it just in case. Now it says 2.32 trillion. It's up 4.4% on 24 hours. So the total cryptocurrency market cap is 2.32 trillion. Look at that Bitcoin dominance going down 38.2%. It's been interesting. Blockchain Backer has a video out this morning. I think he put it out late last night or early this morning. I haven't watched it yet. It's a half an hour long. Usually he does not go that long. So very, very interesting. Very, very curious just to see what he has to say. Like, look, I mean, Bitcoin's at $47,000. So Ethereum's at $3,958. Binance Coin is at $530. I did not know you could stake. You can actually stake BNB. Solana is at $182. You can stake Solana. That I do know. Cardano is $1.25. XRP is at 82 cents. Avalanche is $115. Yeah, it's up 41% on a 7-day. It's just not, it's interesting stuff there. Polkadot's $25.29. Terra Luna is $71. Shiba Inu is 0.003164. Shiba. Dogecoin is at 17 cents. Polygon's $2.22. Yeah. Shout out to Polygon. Ooh, I love this market. I love the lessons learned. I count my blessings, but I love the lessons learned in this space. And so interesting stuff there. But Polygon, CRO, crypto.com coin is 53 cents. 53 cents there, Corey. Litecoin's $149. Interesting stuff. $19.72 for Chainlink. Algorand is at $1.39. OG Bitcoin Cash is not doing well, $435. It's going to be interesting to see how this stuff is going to play out. Really is. Really is. Shout out to Crypto Eddie. She hope you're doing well. She shared on a video yesterday, I believe it was, that SBI started a crypto fund for the Japanese, is for everybody, Japanese retail investors, whatever. And it had XRP and Bitcoin Cash in there. Crypto fund available to the general public. Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, XRP, Chainlink, Polkadot. I find that very, very interesting that did happen. But XRP over there in Japan, no problem being an investment fund, right? It's only the United States that you got some issues. Unfreaking believable. Stellar Lumens is at 26 cents. Cosmos, the Atom token, $21.95. VeChain is at 8 cents. Hedera Hashgraph is at 28.9 cents. Elron's $255. Come on, EGLD. Let's go, baby. What else we want to talk about? Sandbox is $5.19. Ethereum Class is the OG is struggling as well, $35.34. It's going to be really interesting to see if these OGs make it, man. It really, really, really is. Yeah, it's gonna be really. It might end up. I don't know. It might end up with the OGs going into Wonderland time because I'm not sure if they're gonna get any market share. I just really don't know if they're gonna get to their all-time highs. I just don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know if they're gonna get to their all-time high. Is Ethereum Classic? Is EOS? Is Bitcoin Cash? Is Dash? Is Zcash? Are they going to get back to? They haven't even got to the previous all-time highs. But then again, neither has XRP. Interesting stuff. I gotta tell you, man. Phantom token is at $1.52. Gala Games. I know a lot of us have owned Gala and still do. It's 46 cents. Another lesson learned there. Blessed to have won big time, but a lesson there that I probably should have kept some. We did keep some Gala. We didn't keep any of the Decentraland. Not Decentraland there. Yeah, the Mana. We did keep a little Gala token. So look, that's the market, right? EOS is going to get back. We don't know. It's not looking as though, I mean, those 5 major OGs, if you will, in terms of market cap, are going to get back to their previous all-time highs. It's not looking like it. So that's kind of the market there, guys. I don't think our curved Dow token. What the wide world? It's up 35% on the 7-day at $4.53. Shout out to Convex Finance. Yeah, loving that savings account right there. Yeah, look at that. $4.53. Not bad. Not bad. That's really more so the move than anything, I guess. But yeah, so there it is. That's the market. Chili's. Some of you guys saw Chili's, right? 27 cents there. Convex Finance token. Oh my goodness gracious. $34.48. 31.2% on the 7-day. We are winning over there on Convex Finance, man. That is nice right there. Great to see that. Great to see that, guys. Let me see if anyone else checked in. Who else checked in? Mark checked in. What's good, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you for sure. Edward Franz Klosky is here. What's going on, my friends? Great to see you. Mr. Pasquale. Jason V. Love Stellar Lumens. I like their mission. I hear you, my friend. Appreciate you checking in this morning, Jason V. South Texas Cells and HSBC and IBM testing out CBDCs, but HSBC has been anti-crypto. LOL. Go figure. Yeah, central banks doing what central banks do. Indeed. Noble Revenue. What's going on, Noble Revenue? Guys, welcome Noble Revenue to the channel. First time checking in, man. I appreciate you being here. Crypto Siege, first time catching a live. Much respect to you for the work you put in, for the work you put it in. Thank you, my friend. P.S. I am participating. I love it. I love it. Indeed. Noble Revenue said, I am participating. I love that, bro. Appreciate you checking in. Where are you checking in from, Noble Revenue? We always like to know where the fam is locally or regionally or nationally. Pay me money back is what's good. Gordon Kelly, hey, how are you? What's good, Gordon Kelly? Junior Del Giorno. What's up, brother? My man sees happy holidays. Happy holidays to you, bro. So there it is, guys. The market is doing what the market does, right? Sideways movement. We got to just continue to strengthen our resolve. Shout out to all the content creators, people who show up to support the content creators, who take the time to participate, like Noble Revenue. We appreciate you guys. It's about collectively supporting one another to hodl strong, to remain strong, to not make crazy moves, and do the smart thing with your money, and know that the market is going to do its thing given enough time. Give it enough time, man. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I'm glad I got back to doing live streams, Gordon. Definitely glad that we got back to doing that. So what's this thing about Craig DeWitt? Craig DeWitt and the Faster Payments Council. What is that about? Let's see. He put this out there. I know that was a big deal, right? That was a big deal. Where is it? Craig DeWitt. Here it is. Right? You know, he's been on a Ripple executive. I forget his position at Ripple, but he says he's a young guy too. Proud to share, I've been selected as vice chair of the United States Faster Payments Council for cross-border payments, investigating CBDCs and the best-in-class technologies to make them possible. Some big industry players, including Ripple, are involved. More to come. Congratulations, bro. Congrats. I mean, think about that for a second. Ripple Exec. Pretty powerful stuff right there. Pretty powerful stuff. Craig DeWitt, congratulations. It's not a new gig, I guess, but he's been selected to serve on the Faster Payments Council as the vice chair. for the United States Faster Payments Council for Cross-Border Payments, Ripple Executive. That's great. That is great, great, great news. And what an interesting position to be. So you'll be right there, right at the forefront, right? Got the ears right there, eyes right there, seeing what's going on. And of course, you know, that's not an easy, you know, position to get. And the fact that they did go with him as the vice chair speaks volumes to what the company is doing. It really does. It speaks volumes to what the company is doing for sure. And that's great stuff, right? CBDCs feels very, very imminent, no matter the, you know, the good and the bad that comes with it. It seems to be very, very, very imminent that it's going to happen. I want to share this article because I think this really points to, you know, what John Deaton is doing and the impact that he is having. And it really speaks to this is not going away. And again, we said it, once Congress gets that green light, some congressperson gets the green light on this thing, the nasty corruption, collusion behind closed doors, backdoor deals. Once it becomes a slam dunk, and maybe even if it just not necessarily such a slam dunk, but it's slam dunk, but it keeps getting more and more publicity. It keeps getting showcased more and more. You know, someone picks this up from Congress and runs with this, right, to really appease the constituencies, right, that we go after. We go after corrupt U.S. government regulators. Yeah. So this is from AMB Crypto. Hinman's possible violation of code of federal regulation, how it affects the Ripple versus SEC case. Now, I remember I should have shared this with you guys on last night's stream, but I saw on Twitter, there was a guy on Twitter who was kind of responding to John Deaton. They were responding to TAIG, and he kind of brought this up in that Twitter thing. The SEC for Ripple might resume or resume only next year, but that doesn't mean that the XRP community has been broken up for the holidays. Many are still trying to reach Congress representatives or studying up to be better understand the implications of the ongoing lawsuit. In the middle of it all, crypto lawyer John Deaton, who is representing the viewpoint of thousands of XRP holders, made a startling announcement. The discovery concerns the 2018 speech by William Hinman, the former director of the Division of Corporate Finance, where he discussed whether Bitcoin and Ether were securities transactions. Deaton cited this code here, or whatever, 2635.702, under the Code of Federal Regulations, CFR, which covers the use of public office for private gain. And again, someone in Deaton's feed brought this to his attention. I think Bill Hinman could have used some legal advice before signing the sworn declaration filed by the SEC. If his speech reflected only his personal opinion and was not guidance by the SEC, he is in violation of Title V. And what's this from guy right here? Yeah, Sunday Saucy on Twitter. It's the guy who said it, who put this out, brought it to our attention. We appreciate you, Sunday Saucy. I think Bill Hinman could have used some legal advice before signing the sworn declaration by the SEC. If his speech reflected only his personal opinion and was not guidance by the SEC, he is in violation of Title V. Here's what it says here. An employee shall not use his public office for his own private gain. An employee shall not use his public office for the endorsement of any product, service, or enterprise, or for the private gain of friends, relatives, or persons with whom the employee is affiliated in a non-governmental capacity, including nonprofit organizations of which the employee is an officer or member, and persons with whom the employee has or seeks employment or business relations. The specific prohibitions set forth in paragraphs blank and blank A and D of this section apply this general standard, but are not intended to be exclusive or to limit the application. Inducement or coercion of benefits. Is it A and D or A and B? It says A and D. So very, very interesting. John, it's clear they were in violation. Use of public office for private gain. Why has this not been pursued? Except as otherwise provided in this part, an employee should not permit the use of his government position or title or any authority associated with this public office in a manner that could reasonably be construed to imply that his agency or the government sanctions or endorses his personal activities or those of another. Then you got John Deaton, even adding to it. Hinman collected $15 million while at the SEC. He claims it was retirement benefits, but he unretired immediately, going back to Simpson Thacher after, which is Simpson Thacher is part of the Theorem Alliance thing. After leaving the SEC, even if it was strictly retirement benefits, his speech benefited his firms and his clients, his firm and its clients. Even when it was strictly retirement benefits, his speech benefited his firms and its clients. Yeah. Yeah, someone's going to take a fall. Don't know if it's going to be Clayton or Hinman. Someone's going to take the fall. And of course, his firm will probably cover loss, the suits, probably cover all lawsuits, expenses, and yeah, but the scrutiny behind it all, the stink, the nasty stink of the United States government regulator doing what he did, yeah, it's not going to look great. If the law has always been crystal clear, as Clayton and Gary Gensler claim, then there was no reason for him to give the speech declaring either non-security. Trouble. This is trouble. And John Deaton, that pit bull, as we like to say, is not going to let go of it, guys. It's not going to let go. It's going to come to light. I'm telling you. Yeah. And this is for me would be like a slam dunk for a congressperson. You got a clear government regulation, clear, written out. And when you look at what Hinman did and you look at this particular regulation, which is interesting that no one has brought this up until now. Interesting. Because I know there are people in Congress who know about the famous quote unquote Bill Hinman speech. Gary Gensler, Jay Clayton have referenced this particular speech and never thought about this violation. Yeah, this will be an example of kind of like a slam dunk, what some congressperson would say and say, yeah, let's bring Hinman before Congress. Just feels like that slam dunk. Right, and it's a great point by John Deaton. If the law has always been crystal clear, as Clayton and Gary Gensler claim, then there was no reason for Hinman to give the speech declaring either non-security. There was no reason to do it if it's clear. What's the security and non-security? Just why the need for Hinman to speak? The dude's in trouble. Hinman's backed up into a corner. He's backed up. And I guess, just like Sunday Saucy said, he should have had some advice from some attorneys. He works for a law firm. I think it's a law firm. Why would they tell him to go ahead and sign that thing? The SEC claims his speech had nothing to do with the SEC's guidance to the markets. Hinman might want to see counsel. Trust me, he has. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. And then we hear from our guys from Empire Oversight. Yeah, by the way, guys, I did my part to contribute to what they got going on here, what they're doing. It's interesting stuff. So let's not forget this. The Empire Oversight did sue the SEC. The Empire Oversight is suing the SEC in an effort to compel the agency to comply with document requests relating to potential conflicts of interest associated with former high-ranking SEC officials and their oversight of cryptocurrency. I just love it. I freaking love it. They're getting backed up. They're getting backed up to a corner, man, and by a pit bull. That's not the greatest of looks. I do not pay me money baggers. So do you think the buyout for XRP is on the table? I do not, bro. I do not. Face Stamper checked in. How are you? GDLT is in the building. What's up, brother? Amy Campbell, how are you, miss? Appreciate you checking in this morning. Happy Saturday to you. City Sports Bar, let's go. What's good, bro? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. So, see what I'm saying there, guys? That, oh, let me stop sharing here. I thought I did stop sharing. That's not a great look. That's not a good look for Hinman right now. And you know how this, you know how this whole scapegoat stuff goes, right? You know how that stuff goes. Someone's got to take the fall. Someone's got to jump on that grenade. I mean, they'll patch him up. They'll patch him up to heal him. They'll heal him up. They'll make sure he gets the best recovery service that he possibly can, recoup service that he can possibly get. Someone's got to jump on this thing. Someone's got to take the fall. And it's looking like it's going to be Bill Hinman. Because Clayton didn't make the speech. He may have referenced it. Gary Gensler didn't make the speech. He may have referenced this as an example of clarity. Not a great look. Not a great look. And again, doesn't this feel like a really, really good example, guys, of a slam dunk for a particular congressperson and or committee to bring someone in to look good, so they can bring someone in and make them look good to their constituents? Doesn't this feel like that's that slam dunk move right there? And maybe even tie this to Gensler and ask Gensler, why aren't you doing anything about it? Why did you bring this guy in to sign this thing? Maybe even that as well. What do you guys think? Keela says, I think the SEC wishes they could go back in time and undo all this so they can continue with their government mafia cartel behavior. I'm gonna let you listen to a dude who was basically saying he felt like he was in front of the freaking mafia. Extortion. I mean, darn near extortion. They are now exposed. Indeed, they are, really. They are indeed. Lots of demand coming for XRP. Corey Anderson thinks we're going to get a price set. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think I'm going to just leverage my crypto, borrow against it to do something. More and more I think about it, I think that is a smarter move. In fact, the platform that I'll use will actually allow me to actually be, both be a lender of crypto and a borrower. And that is a cool thing. So, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys see, can you see some kind of hearing on this? This feels very much like a slam dunk. Does it not? This feels like a slam dunk. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you guys think, because this really, in the chat, this really does feel like a slam dunk for some congressperson or committee. It's right there in the regulations. I mean, it's right there in the regulations. Let me read it to you guys again. In the regulations, Except as otherwise provided in this part, an employee shall not use or permit the use of his government position or title in any authority associated with his public office in a manner that could reasonably be construed to imply that his agency or the government sanctions or endorses his personal activities or those of another. It is clear. Again, this is those, to me, this is one of those things where a congressperson, right, his one of his staffers is like, did you see this? This dude needs to be called to the carpet. Do you realize how good this would look if we were the ones to bring this dude before Congress? Right? This is the stuff that happens all the time. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. If not, we can make it happen. If the staffer doesn't come to the congressperson, we can go to the congressperson. Right? crypto.law-us. You go to that. You put your name, you put your information, you put your state. It doesn't go out to anyone if you don't want it to go out to anyone. It'll attach you directly to your local congressperson. You can, in fact, just go copy this and reference this particular violation of the regulation and say, what are you going to do about this? This is corruption. This is collusion by the United States government. What are you going to do about it? Can you please look into this? You can do it. We can force their hand. We can force their hand. And it is as simple. Let me go to John Deaton's thing on Twitter. Twitter. Or should I just go to crypto law? Maybe I'll just go to crypto law. All right, so it's crypto. Okay, I said it wrong. It's crypto-law.us. Crypto-law.us. Let me go here. XRP holders join the class action lawsuit. Connect to Congress. All right, let me share this with you guys. Crypto-law.us. Let me do this. Let me put this in the chat. Here it is. Here's the site right here. Shout out to John Deaton and his team for putting this together. Crypto law, U.S. legal and regulatory news for digital asset holders. Smart guy, brilliant guy, Pitbull, not letting go. Right here at the top, you can join the lawsuit if you're an XRP holder. If you're not excited about the corruption going on at the SEC and you get that, and you get the bigger picture of SEC versus Ripple, you get that bigger picture. This is against crypto. You know, if you happen to manage to get yourself a hold of some XRP, you haven't had any yet, but if you happen to get some, you can join the lawsuit. If you happen to get some, you can join this lawsuit and expose the corruption and collusion that's taking place, that's going on at the SEC. You can join the lawsuit here. But over here is this thing here. It's called Connect to Congress, right? Connect to Congress. You click on that and use this easy tool to identify a U.S. rep and U.S. senator, and to share your story and your concerns with them. Why is this? We greatly value your privacy and are only interested in helping digital asset holders that in the U.S. have a voice. So I'm not, let me do this. There it is right there, right? See, I already done it. You see, it got my name there. Hi, CJ in Leander, Texas, right? And it's got my stuff there because I already done this once. But you can go here, right? You put the subject. Maybe you put your subject as Bill Hinman. Then you can put your message. It appears as though Bill Hinman violated U.S. CFR Title 5, blah, blah, blah. You can put your message in here. The Hinman speech, blah, 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 right? You can put it all in there. Right? Then you can put your information in there, right? You can put all that stuff in there. Right? Yep. It's pretty good. I mean, it's great state of Texas. I got Mr. Cornyn, Senator Ted Cruz, and Representative John Carter. And when you put the message in, you hit submit, it automatically goes to them. And we've known John Deaton has kind of let us know that he's given us some examples of letters back from the Congress people of one person actually got a phone call from the congressman's representative. So all of that is really, really good. Let me see something here. Okay. Right. All of that is really, really good as well. So what to type in the comment at the bottom, whatever you think, right? You know, you can say that I'm seriously concerned. Yeah, absolutely. Because remember, Ripple winning the case, DDLT doesn't necessarily help XRP holders. I think the most important thing about the XRP holders and John Deaton's lawsuit is he's representing XRP holders, saying that, look, it's really, really important that the world and certainly the courts know that we were here as retail investors. We didn't have a contract with Ripple. The lawsuit really brings to light the fact that we don't believe that the SEC is looking out for us as individual investors. That's why it's massively important. The fact that investors are suing the SEC says that we don't believe that they're looking out for us. We believe that they're looking out for the big banks or wherever that is. Ripple's not going to do that, right? At least not to the extent that John Deaton, this lawsuit, can do. Mark 105333 is in the building. How are you, my friend? Face Stamper says it's a Shaq dunk. It's not coming back. I agree. 100%. I mean, it's right there. I mean, how many knew about this, this Title V thing before someone on Twitter sleuth, if you will, let John Deaton know about this? I mean, we would have never known. We would have never freaking known. What's going on, Raymond? It's good to see you. Checking in from Texas also. Love it. Yeah, I mean, that's how you get it. That's how you want to see Bill Hinman called to the carpet. Go to the crypto law website, crypto-law.us. Hit that connect to Congress. Type in your message. It takes moments. It takes moments. The guy who called, the congressperson who called, said that they have been getting tons of messages about the Ripple versus SEC, about the actions going on at the SEC. I'm telling you, Raul Paul said it the other day in a video. He said that the new political and freaking Patrick David, they both said the new political force is the crypto holder. Yep. yeah, just take a moment to express your concerns. I get it. Some of the responses are very, very bland, very rote, right? Very, just a standard form that they probably just already have signed and they email them out. But a lot of them have not been that. And so the point is to make noise. That is really the point. The point is to make noise. If they get enough of the constituency, 30, 40, 50% of the constituencies bringing this up, they pay attention to those numbers, right? They pay attention to these numbers, right? Think about that. Hugely important. So yeah, the thunder sound. What's going on, my friend? Good morning to you. RC says, hey, Siege, are you set up for the X Billy airdrop? I am not set up for an X Billy airdrop, my friend. I've never heard of X Billy. Never heard of X Billy. Now let's take a listen to what it's like. Let's take a kind of a gander into the mafia cartel style of operandi at the SEC from a current United States CEO startup company trying to innovate in this space. We all know we shared the Greg Kidd video where he talked about it. He felt like he walked in there and walked out totally naked. Yeah, Greg Kidd himself said that. Let's take a listen to this one. Let's get this. This is very interesting stuff. RealXRPBoy shared this, I believe. Shout out to you, my friend. I hope you're doing well, RealXRPBoy. Let's see if we can find this. Take a listen to this. This true SEC. Hey, you guys got the same treatment. Ripple Brand Calling House. Take a listen to this.
Match these other companies. We have begged them to tell us how we can follow the law, how we can, match these other companies that aren't getting this kind of what's the word, that aren't getting these kinds of charges. We've literally begged the SEC, please tell us. I don't think we've done anything wrong, but we even said because hey, it's the government, they want to get their pound of flesh, and so we said, we'll cut you a check, we'll give you money, we'll give you 6 figures, 7 figures, but we need to know how we can operate legally. And their answer was, just give us the money, and it felt to me like
their answer was, just give us the money. Like this video, I'm going to make sure I get this out on my Twitter page as well. This needs to be put out all over every social media outlet you possibly can. Their answer was, look, they're coming in, we're begging. Can you give us some clear guidelines? We want to operate legally in the United States. Their answer is, just give us the money. Just give us the money.
To tell us how we can follow the law, how we can, match these other companies that aren't getting this kind of what's the word, that aren't getting these kinds of charges. We've literally begged the SEC, please tell us. I don't think we've done anything wrong, but we even said because hey, it's the government, they want to get their pound of flesh, and so we said, we'll cut you a check, we'll give you money, we'll give you 6 figures, 7 figures, but we need to know how we can operate legally. And their answer was, just give us the money, and it felt to me like, if I gave them the money, they'd just charge me again in a year. They'd just come back in a year or another 2 years or whatever. And so that was part of why we didn't do it, is basically the only offer they would ever give us is, give us a bunch of money, admit you did things that were wrong, and we won't even tell you how to do it right. And that's what's so crazy to me. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an inventor. This isn't my first time that I've started a startup. Like, and for the government to say, like, you're breaking the law, but we can't tell you how to follow it. It's like, how are people supposed to start businesses in this space? How are we supposed to be innovators? I mean, I love America. I want America to stay at the forefront of the cutting edge, and be that space where, we're doing the most inventive, the most creative. We're leading the world in terms of what we create. I like that America has done that historically, and it feels like in this climate, it's really hard to do that.
Take a listen to this again.
It's so crazy to me. Like, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an inventor. This isn't my first time that I've started a startup. Like, and for the government to say, like, you're breaking the law, but we can't tell you how to follow it. It's like, how are people supposed to start businesses in this space? How are we supposed to be innovators? I mean, I love America. I want America to stay at the forefront of the cutting edge, and be that space where, we're doing the most inventive, the most creative. We're leading the world in terms of what we create. I like that America has done that historically, and it feels like in this climate, it's really hard to do that.
Looks like that's the CEO, maybe founder of LBRY, maybe. I mean, is that not disturbing? That's pretty disturbing to me. That was this dude's treatment. Can you imagine that? Sean XRP says, just let that sink in. Let that sink in. Just give us the money. I mean, think about that. This is the reality of the United States government, this particular regulator. That's the reality. Again, more and more of this, Greg Kidd, United States business person, saying pretty much the same thing. Saying pretty much the same, the very same thing, right? I mean, think about that. Yeah. And, every company is not, it's not the behemoth, it's not the monster that is Ripple, right? They're not as big as Ripple. Like, you got a lot of small, they're like LBRY, right? Great kid, great guy, but the company's not as big as Ripple. Billions and billions, if not tens of billions, 1,000 valuation. They got to go in and deal with this kind of madness. Great Kids company is looking to do things in this new asset class. That is the digital asset space. This is kind of runarounds, and these are kind of shenanigans, and these are kind of the strong arm method that's taking place. It's not just about Ripple. It's about other companies as well. This is about a United States regulator not doing harm to U.S. innovation. That is the bigger picture. We can't just isolate one company and say, we know the big deal. We know what's really going to happen. We got to look at all of these companies trying to do their thing, and we got to kind of, we got to call out this madness. It's almost a bit, business modus of operandi. Come up with this stuff, ask you to come in. As soon as you give us what is going on, we're going to figure out something that could be a violation. We're going to say that's a violation, that you're breaking the law, and we're going to make you pay us. That's not cool. That is just not cool at all, right? And that is what's taking place. And that's just not, that's not great. And Ripple didn't want to bend the knee, if you will, right? LBRY just said they're not going to do it. This is going to get exposed and exposed and exposed and exposed. And once it starts to look bad for Biden, right? But it has to start to begin to look bad. They're going to have to change the way they do some things at the SEC. You don't hear a lot of this. Now, I don't know if it goes on at the CFTC, but you don't hear a lot of this coming out of the CFTC. You don't hear it, but you do hear it about the SEC. You know what I mean? And so we gotta make that noise to get things done, to get some things cleared up for sure. Because this new asset class, this fourth industrial revolution, with social media and all the things that we can do to make a difference, we got to do it. We can't just sit back and say it's going to happen. You know, we have to make it happen. The reason why John Deaton stuff is beginning to get out there, and the reason why John Deaton is getting on Fox Business is because we made an effort to do it. Congress didn't do it. We had to make the effort, right? And that's the important thing. You know, that's really the important thing. We gotta participate, right, to make a difference. So consider the crypto-law.us if you haven't done so already. Consider joining the lawsuit if you haven't done so already. Even if you're not joining the lawsuit, you write to your congressperson and let them know your concerns, right? Let them know your concerns, Keyless. What's going on here? What's going on? What's up with this treatment? Why are current U.S. innovators and business people saying that this is the treatment? This videotape of both Greg Kidd and this dude here saying this is how they're getting treated by United States innovators, United States regulators, excuse me. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, Ripple lawyers know exactly what John Deaton knows. Absolutely, they know. They know, and they gotta get through this case. I just think I'm really curious as to whether or not they're going to sue Hinman or Clayton after this is over. Yeah, I'm wondering if they will do that. It's gonna be interesting if they'll do that. It's gonna be very, very interesting to see. All right, guys. Well, listen. That's it. I'm gonna wrap it up on that note. We got to expose the dirty, nasty truth about what is going on. Right? We got to get it out there. We got to let them know that we're concerned about it. If we don't let them know, they'll just let it go. They will just let it go. We don't let our local Congress people know. They'll just let it go. So we have to let them know for sure. All right, guys, look, I'm going to end this live stream. Thank you so much for hanging out with me on your Saturday morning. I know you guys could be 10,000 other different places. I appreciate you spending the time to do that. Keyless, I love it, says, I've sent a few messages on Deaton's form already, but thanks for the reminder. My next form fill out will include this video you just showed. There you go. There you go. I love it, Keyless. Got to take action, right? What we do matters. Don't take the mindset of it's not going to matter. It matters. What you do, it definitely does matter. Don't just wait around for something to happen. I highly encourage you not to just wait around for something to happen. Do your part to help make it happen. Silvio Somoza says, agreed. Somoza, how are you, my friend? Appreciate you checking in. All right, guys, look, I'm going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this, that old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I are already winning. Have a great rest of the day, guys. I'll talk to you soon. See ya.